But
So yeah, me a while to get ready today, so my bad on that.
we're ready to roll. We're gonna start it off with the women's flyweight bout. We got Juliana Killer Miller versus Carly Judice. I don't crispy Carly Judice. Uh, she's 5-2. She's on a 2-fight win streak. She is 5 knockouts, 2 losses by decision. She's 2-1 in the UFC, 0-1 in the Contender Series. Uh, 2 finishes in her last 2 fights. She's taking on Juliana Miller, who is 4-3 pro MMA on Capology, 5-3 on UFC.com. She has a 1-fight win streak. Is 29 years of age. Carly is 26, the younger fighter. She's 1-1, 1 knockout, 2 submissions, 1 decision win. She's been knocked out once in TKO finished, and 2 losses decisions, 2-2 in the UFC. She won her last fight out by decision. I want to keep rolling with Crispy Carly, and I'm going to have her by TKO stoppage again.
Yeah, there's a very, very strong argument this girl should be 7-0. I think she won both of her decisions. She lost both of them and they were split decisions. And it's like we're this year and like the end of last year for women's MMA, they've cared a lot more about damage in these eras than they have previously. I think she won both those fights based off damage, but I mean, it's women's MMA. You never know how they're going to score it. The funny thing was, Juliana Miller posted a story about her being pissed off that she's was a plus 600 underdog, and today she's like plus 900, so she's gonna be even more mad. But I think the peak of her madness is gonna be when she gets knocked out in the second round. I'm gonna take Carly Judice by. Uh, I'll say I'll say she just beating her up against the fence and she eventually folds.
All right. We're going to move on to our next one. We got a featherweight bout with Jordan Levitt versus Yadier De Valle.
Yeah, it's pronounced really weird. I want to say it's like Devaye or something weird like that.
Okay. Well, Yadier is 10-0. He's 29 years of age. He's 5'9", 69-inch reach. He has 2 wins by knockout or TKO. He has 4 wins by submission, 4 wins by decision. He's 2-0 in the UFC, 1-0 on Contender Series. Rear naked choke, and decision his last 3 wins. He's taking on Jordan Levitt. He's 12-3. He is 30 years of age. He's 5'9". He has a reach advantage of 3 inches. Uh, 2 wins by knockout, 7 wins by submission, 2 losses by submission, 3 wins by decision. 1 loss by decision. He's 5-3 in the UFC, 1-0 in the Contender Series, 1-0 in LFA. He beat Holloway by Anaconda choke last time out, canceled bout, and 2 losses, 1 in grappling and 1 against Chase Hooper. I'm taking the young prospect to win this fight against Jordan Levitt. I'm taking Yadier.
Hey, I mean, we know the betters love this guy. That's all I gotta say about it. The one interesting thing I didn't realize until I was like looking up some stats yesterday, I forgot Jordan Levitt was a lightweight and he's dropping down for this fight, so he might be bigger.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, that's not going to take away from the fact that he's probably bottom three strikers at featherweight. So I mean, I think he's going to get beat up on the feet by Yadier. But I mean, still can't tell how good this guy truly is. I mean, it's hard to justify me seeing anything good in him after like having a rigged fight and everything. So I mean, if he knocks out Jordan Levitt, which is what I'm going to pick him to do, then that'd be something to hang your head on and to move forward with. But I mean, Jordan Levitt's got good grappling if this goes to the ground. Yaudier's a black belt also, so I'd be interested in the scrambles. Jordan Levitt's been submitted before. But I just think there's such a wide gap on the feet. I think Del Valle is going to be striking more here, so I'm going to go with Gaudier also.
All right. Moving on to the next fight. It's supposed to be what? Vanderford was supposed to be fighting old JBL. Jean Paul
Yes, I think that's right.
Lebos Noyani. Crazy name. But Phil Rose stepping in, the Fresh Prince, who's 11-6. He's 35 years of age, 6'3", 80.5-inch reach advantage. He has 7 wins by knockout TKO. He has 4 wins by submission, and his 5 losses by decision. He has no wins by decision. 4-4 in the UFC, 1-0 the Contender Series. Lost by unanimous decision, then won by punch, and won by rear naked choke in his last 3. He's fighting JPL Jean Paul, who is 9-2. He's 27 years of age. He's 5'11" with a 72-inch reach. He has 3 wins by knockout TKO, 5 wins by submission, 1 win by decision. He's 7-1 in the LFA. He's 1-0 in Contender Series. I mean, Phil Rose, no easy fight. Long, tall. And I mean, this is this guy's debut. But I'm just going to stick with Jean Paul. I think Jean Paul can win it on the ground or win it standing up. I watched Connor Matthews. What was his name? Not Connor Matthews. Jake Matthews, right?
Yeah, he fought
Yeah,
Phil Rowe.
I watched Jake Matthews fight him, and I don't think it'd be any different than Jean Paul here. So I'm taking Jean Paul to win, and I might sprinkle submission on that.
Yeah, that's a nice little shout there. Phil Rowe's got some all right grappling, but I don't think it's on Jean Paul's level. It's so tempting to take Phil Rowe in a fight like this just solely on reach advantage. He's gonna be. I didn't. I just know off the top of my head that he's gonna have a way longer reach. I don't know what it is.
Oh
I
yeah,
didn't hear how long you said John Paul's reach was.
8 inches
You
almost.
said Phil Rowe's 8 inches.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's very tempting. But I mean, Phil Rowe does get taken down. I can see this guy getting taken down, but there's always the Dana White Contender Series debut fade. It's very tempting, but no bet for me. I mean, definitely don't hate a sub bet for you on John Paul. I'll take John Paul by sub also.
Okay.
But I mean, there's definitely a world where Phil Rowe picking or popping. I can't even talk right now. Pick and pops his shots on John Paul. He's going to be too short and not have a long enough reach to deal with it. But I'll go with John Paul.
Alrighty. So then now we move on. We move on up to our welterweight bout. We have Ramiz Brahimaj versus Finoyle Sereno. Finoyle? How you say his first name?
That time you killed it right there.
Finelli?
Punahele.
Finale. Okay.
Punahele.
Punahele. Punahele.
Yeah.
Uh, Ramiz Brahimaj is 13-5. He's 33 years of age. He's 5'10", 72-inch reach. He has 1 win by knockout, 1 loss by knockout TKO. He has 12 wins by submission, 4 losses by decision. He's 5-3 in the UFC, 4-2 in the LFA. Vanderford, he guillotine choked. Ray Goff, he guillotine choked. Canceled bout against Oban. And Gall, he right hook finished him in the first round. Soriano, 12-4, age 33. He's 5'11". He has a 72.5-inch reach. He has 7 wins by knockout, 1 loss, 2 wins by submission, 1 loss, and 3 wins by decision, 2 losses. He's 6-4 in the UFC, 1-0 in LFA, and 1-0 in Contender Series. He beat Veretinikov, he beat Medic, and he beat Miguel Baez.
Baeza.
Baeza. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
honestly, man, both these guys, his last fights were anything crazy, but man, this is a big fight for both of them. I'm just gonna take Soriano here. I think maybe he can catch him and knock him out. Uh, I was really thinking Ramirez, but I'm switching it up live to Soriano. Maybe get that one punch knockout.
Yeah, so this is my first time looking at the odds. I'm doing it currently. This is the only fight on the card that's even money,
Mm.
which which seems fair because this fight can definitely go either way. This is more of like a shot the dartboard of what I think is going to happen. And in my personal opinion, well, to I should preference this first. UFC fighters all the time do dumbass shit. So if this doesn't work out this way, like how I assume it would go, then I wouldn't be surprised. I just feel like Puna's not dumb enough to shoot on this dude that's just known for submissions. I think Puna's going to want to stand and throw hands. I think he's a better striker than Ramirez. Grant Ramirez, I don't think's lost since he switched camps, and I don't think Puna's lost since he changed weight classes. So one of those streaks is going to get broken. I feel like Puna's power is going to be the difference here. Also, I think he's going to catch Ramirez as well. I mean, I I'm gonna say I'm gonna say first round knockout.
Oh
I'm gonna
shit.
do it, but there's definitely a world where Puna does some dumb shit, like thinks he rocks and rushes in on the cage and gets submitted, like how Austin Vanderford got submitted. But this is definitely a no bet for me because this could go either way. But I'll take Puna. Hell, why not?
All right. And moving on to our other women's fight, Nora Cornoli versus Jocelyn Edwards. Nora is 9-3. She's 36 years old, 5'7", 67-inch reach. She has 6 wins by knockout. She's durable, has never been knocked out or submitted. 2 wins by submission, no losses. 1 win by decision, 3 losses by decision. She's 3-2 in the UFC. She lost to Rosa Cowan, and she beat Cowan, and she lost to Cavalcante by split decision. Jocelyn Edwards, and these two actually fought before. I didn't know that. Love Pantera, 16-6. She's on a 3-fight win streak. She's age 30. She's 5'8". She's got the reach advantage at 70-inch reach. She has 7 wins by knockout, 4 wins by submission, 1 loss by submission, 5 wins by decision, 5 losses by decision. She's 7-4 in the UFC. Uh, Last time these two fought was back in 2023, so it's been 6 years. Well, less than 6 years, 2 years since then. Uh, Edwards has kind of just went through a gauntlet of shitty women fighters and has put them away. Nora's never, Nora's had some, Cavalcante and Rosa. Uh, but I don't like Cornoli, so I'm going to take Jocelyn Edwards here. I was going to take Jocelyn Edwards by TKO knockout. I still think she can do it, so I'm going to sprinkle it anyways. Give me Jocelyn Edwards by TKO finish to get revenge on her loss.
I'm not gonna lie, looking at the odds, this has to be the biggest favorite in a rematch I've ever seen where the person lost 30-27 on a scorecard in my entire life. Jocelyn Edwards is minus 345,
Oh my.
which is fucking crazy. But I mean, she's been looking badass as of late. I mean, she's beating bums, like you said, but in the same thing. I think every time she steps out there, now that she's on a 3-fight finish streak, she looks more confident every single time she goes out there. And I think that was a lot of the problem with her previous fights. She's always so timid and doesn't think she has like the power, it seems like, to knock these girls out or anything like that. Now that I think that she thinks that she has the ability to knock anyone out, I think she's going to be able to piece up Nora Cornell, who's just more so just a brawler, wants to get in there and cause some damage. No real technique to her game whatsoever. Granted, if she catches you on the chin, can do some serious damage. I think Edwards is the better grappler as well. I mean, so the reason she got 30-27 on the card before, she's doing a grappling clinic with no damage, and all the damage is coming from Cornell. I just don't see that happening again. I think she's going to be more open to striking with this girl, and I think Jocelyn Edwards is going to win I'll say 29-28 decision. I do think the finish streak ends here, but if she finishes Nora Cornell, I mean, kind of have to be looking at like top five, top six, something like that for her next.
Okay. All right. Women's bouts over with. We're on to a flyweight bout, which is kind of interesting one. We got Alden Coria versus Luis Gurriel. Uh, Alden is 11-3. He's 5'8", 67-inch reach. He's 27 years of age. He's on a 4-fight winning streak. 5 wins by knockout, 4 wins by decision, 1 loss. 2 wins by decision, 2 losses. 5-2 in the LFA. He's 1-0 in UFC. Alessandro Costa, he finished in an uppercut in the 3rd round. And then the fight previous is a KO, TKO. And the one was a no contest, then punches. So, he has finishes in his last 3 fights. He's fighting Luis Gurriel, who lost to Jesus Aguilar, Ode Osborne, and beat Nick Piccanini on the Contender Series. He's 10-2. He's on a 2-loss streak. He's age 32. What was this guy? 27. He's reached a 64-inch reach, so he's 3 inches less, and he's 5'5". So he's a little. He's just short and stubby all around. I really want to take Luis Gurriel right off the bat. Like, I don't know. I really like the guy. I was actually really tempted to take him, but I think I'm gonna just switch up from what I thought coming into this. I'm gonna take Alden Coria here. Uh, I man, I don't. I mean, I'm tired of calling every fight going to be a finish of some sort, but I think this is one where in the late round maybe he can TKO him and finish him there in the 3rd.
Yeah, so I still remember I got the fight wrong, him versus Costa. I said I thought Costa was going to finish him late, but this guy's Josh Van's main sparring partner, and from the videos I've seen, this guy looks tough, so don't be shocked if he gives a good performance. He gave a way fucking better performance than I thought he was going to give, but this guy's super fun to watch. I think this has got Fight of the Night potential because Gurule's not going out there to be boring either. He's going to try and strike. I just think he's going to get outboxed on the feet personally. I don't think this is going to be a finish. It could be another 3rd round finish for Coria for sure. If I'll say round 3 finish or decision is what I would probably assume. I do know that is a bet. I don't know what the bet would be like odds wise because Gurule. I mean, he got finished by Ode. Yeah, I think Ode hits harder than Coria. I don't think he's going to be able to one shot Gurule like that. So I'll take Coria also. It's, some of these odds on this card are insane to me. Like Gurule is not bad, but he's plus 310. That's insane. I mean, that's kind of worth a little sprinkle just to do it.
I know, it's tempting. It's tempting.
Korea went from plus 400 his last fight to minus 400 this fight. That's insane.
Yeah, two big losses in a row. Guy that was pretty hyped coming out of Contender Series. Uh, moving on to flyweight bout here. Ode Osborne versus Alabai Adrias. Now, Alabai, I think what is that? Kazakhstan? Where's he from?
He's from Kazakhstan, isn't he? I can't see his
Kazakhstan.
flag. I want
Yeah,
to say he's from Kazakhstan. Is it like light blue at the
he
center?
is. He is. You're right.
Yeah.
Kazakhstan. He's 10-1. He's just lost his last fight, which is his UFC debut. He's 31 years of age, 5'6", 68-inch reach. No nickname on there. He has 4 wins by knockout, 1 win by submission, 1 loss. 4 wins by decision, 0 losses by decision. He's 0-1 in the UFC, 10-0 out of the promotion. I don't even know what is that. Not man. You could really screw up saying this one wrong. Naze Fighting Championship. He
Never
lost to
heard of
Joseph
it.
Morales. He got himself in a triangle choke. I think he kind of fucked up on that one. Excuse my French. I think he got himself in that situation pretty bad. Last fight, then the fight after that, before that knockout, He won the decision unanimously. We have the Jamaican sensation O'Day Osborne, 13-9. One loss, 73-inch reach, 5'7", 34 years old. Let me look at something real quick. Huh. 5 wins by knockout, two losses by knockout, 5 wins by submission, 4 losses by submission, 3 wins by decision, 3 losses by decision, 5-7, 1-0 on the contender series. Lost to Steve Urseg, beat Gurule, last fight by knockout, TKO, ground punches, and then lost to Ronaldo Rodriguez by decision. This is one where my mind probably tells me this is a matchup where O'Day gets gassed and I'll Alibi can, get a submission on him of some sort or, you know. But I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm gonna take O'Day Osborne. I think there's a lot on the line here for O'Day. As far as being in, I mean, I guess he'll stay in the UFC. He's got a name to him, but he just needs to get on the right track, and I just think he has more experience, and hopefully he doesn't get gassed out in the first round. He seems like he comes out strong in the first round, then guys wrestle him and just try to wear him down because he's so damn fast on his feet. But maybe O'Day can clip him, and I'll take O'Day by TKO knockout.
So O'Day came out last week. Yeah, you guys see him on line all now. He's like trying to be a streamer as well, and he announced what his pay is. How much do you think O'Day gets paid?
Is it pretty good? I'm gonna say 115.
Well, if he wins, so he's 75-75. So if he wins, it's what is that?
150?
150.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean I think he's a good draw. Whenever I see him on the card, it makes it better, especially in a prelim.
Mm-hmm. So O'Day's plus 115. Levy Idris is minus 135.
Hmm.
Um, so I thought the same thing. Like I only saw that guy get. I don't really watch Tough. I watched his finishing sequences, and I watched him get absolutely fucking dog walked by Joseph Morales. So I just kind of assumed like the way to beat O'Day, take him down, do whatever, and then just either hold him there or get a submission. So I went back and looked. This Idris guy got a submission in his very first fight, and he hasn't had a submission since.
Hmm.
So he's more of a striker looking for knockouts. And if that's the case, I'm going to take the speed and power of O'Day to knock this dude out before this fight goes long. I feel like he's gonna catch him similarly to how he caught Gurule in like the second round. I feel like it's gonna be a close first round. That guy's gonna get too overconfident, come in and just get countered right on the chin. Ode just has terrible finishing instincts, but I think he can just put this guy out. After watching him versus Morales, Joseph Morales a lot better than what I thought he was going to be because he should have lost in the. I went and watched one fight. It was him versus the Mexican kid, and the Mexican kid I thought clearly won, and they gave it to Morales. So I just assumed, you can't beat this 5-0 guy. He's not that good. Well, turns out the Mexican guy's super good too, and he's in the UFC now. So I was just wrong. He made Idris look like he didn't belong in the UFC, and if he's gonna be stuck on the feet, I'm gonna take O'Day by knockout.
Okay.
I think this just screams O'Day knockout fight to me personally.
It has a vibe to it. I like it. I hope you're right.
I like O'Day. I hope he does win.
All right, good deal. All right, welterweight bout. This is where I get my money back. I hope. On a previous card where I bet against this guy, but we got Chitty Bang Bang Njokuani.
Dang,
Huh?
pronounced it right.
All right, there we go. Working off there, age 37. He's 25-11, one no contest, 6'3", 80-inch reach. Last fight in July 12th, 2025. He has 15 wins by knockout. He has 5 losses by knockout TKO. He has 1 win by submission, 4 losses by submission. He has 9 wins by decision, 2 losses by decision. He's 5-4 in the UFC, 1-0 in LFA, and Bellator he's 5-3. Contender Series 1-0. Lost to Jake Matthews, who is one of my favorite kid fighters in the UFC. Rear naked choke, knees and elbows. He won by previous fight, and Jared Gooden absolutely sucks. Decision unanimous. I just watched that fight the other day, and I was like, I turned it off. I was like, I'm not getting anything from this fight. And he's fighting Carlos the Lion Liao, 22-7. He is 31 years of age, so he's the younger fighter here. Am I right? Yep. He doesn't look at steroids, right? 5'11", so he's shorter. He has a 6-inch reach disadvantage. He's 11 with 1 knockout, 11 wins by knockout, 1 loss by knockout, 2 submissions, but 2 wins by submission, 1 loss, and 7 wins by decision and 5 losses. And he has 1 disqualification win. He's 5-2 in the PFL, 3-0 in LFA, 1-2 in the UFC, and Bellator. He's 1-0. Actually, maybe I was. I'm switching my shit live because this isn't what I thought. I'm taking Chitty Bang Bang in this one to win the fight. I don't know if he'll do it by submission. He has some nasty elbows or something. But yeah, I'm taking Chitty. I was gonna take Carlos Liao. I thought he was a different fighter. Maybe it's the Alex Moreno fight. I probably took Alex Moreno in that one, and I was horribly wrong. Yeah. Or I may took him against freaking Renat. I forget which one it was, but I got burnt by him. But I'm taking Chitty.
So Carlos Liao took a fight on short notice against Renat, and I am not joking. I've never seen a more roided out person in my entire fucking life. His whole back
Did he get
was
robbed?
spots. He won 30-27 and got robbed, but I mean,
Yeah.
the most roided out fighter I've ever seen. I don't really care too much.
Yeah.
And then he beat Alex Moreno, and then the juice is finally starting to wear off. Fights Muslim Salikov and gets knocked out in like 40 seconds or however fast it was. I love Cheaty here a lot. I think the range is going to be big here. I think he's going to be able to piece up Carlos Liao, who, if you don't recall, he fucking never blocks his head at all. His hands are always by his chest. I could just see him getting fucking sniped. A thing I'm looking at right now, live, that I really like. I don't. Cheaty isn't really a first round knockout guy. He more puts it on you and builds up. So I don't hate a second round knockout. Over 1.5 is what's on DraftKings right now, and over 1.5 plus 120. I think it's going to be right around the midpoint of round 2. So little plus 120 is not a bad shout at over 1.5. But
Okay.
I like Cheaty by knockout here.
All right.
That until I watch this guy not on roids and not look like shit, I'm just gonna assume it was the steroids like Basil Hafez and all these guys that came before him that were clearly roided out. So I'll take Cheaty.
All right.
As an underdog, by the way. I didn't know
I didn't
Cheaty
know
was gonna
that.
be. I'm shocked he's an underdog.
Yeah, I think. Who'd you take in the Edwards fight? Did you take Edwards or Cornell?
I took Edwards.
Okay, so we're eye to eye so far. Probably just different on our call outs on finishes, but we'll see if it starts changing now because we're getting into our main card here with Zach Savage, right? Yep, Savage Reese, who's 10-2. He's on a 2-fight win streak, 6'4", 77-inch reach, he's age 31. Last fight was in November 8th of 2025, so not too long ago. 5 wins by knockout. He's been knocked out, TKO'd twice. 3 wins by submission, no loss by submission, 2 wins by decision, 1-0 Contender Series, 4-2 in the FC. But hold the phone because he fought dumbass McVeigh and Todorovic, right, in his last 3 fights. Now let's go to his guy. Let's go to the guy he's fighting. All right, the guy's on a 3-loss, right, 3 streak loss. 6'1", So he's a shorter fighter, 73-inch reach. What is that? Anything? Nope. He has less reach. Age 32. He has 11 wins by knockout, 3 losses by TKO, 8 wins by submission, 1 loss, 11 wins by decision, 8 losses. He's 9-5 in the UFC. Kyle, Dawkins, right?
Yeah.
All right, let me click onto Kyle Dawkins real quick. Kyle Dawkins is on a 6-fight win streak. The fight before that, he fought Abus Magmedada or whatever. All right. Oh, that guy's actually pretty good. He just lost. Did we just watch him lose? Yeah, Joe Pfeiffer. Mm. But still, that's a solid dude. That's a solid dude to fight. Abus Magomedov. And then he fought the dude that's headlining against Strickland, Anthony Hernandez, and lost. Uh, I'm going against
And
Anthony.
before that, he was on an 8-fight win streak.
Yeah, I'm going against Anthony Zach Reese just on the pure. What have you done lately? And them losses aren't anything I'm going to shake my head against. He's a younger fighter too. I think you could sprinkle submission on this. Pereira get him on the ground and getting like a rear naked choke on him or something. As long as he don't do something stupid like flipping around. But yeah, I'm gonna take Pereira here. Pereira, whatever, however you say it, by submission.
So I'm gonna go through Zach Reese's entire UFC career
I don't
real
know.
quick. I was at his UFC debut. He was in my parlay. He's fighting Cody Brundage, goes for a triangle, gets picked up, slammed on his head, and knocked out.
Oh Jesus.
Second fight, he gets a 20-second knockout. I'm like, okay. It was the Daylight Contender Series fade. I should have saw it coming. He proceeds to not finish Jose Medina, who's the worst fighter I've ever seen in my fucking life.
Oh shit.
Then he gets the shit beat out of him by a dude that took it on a week's notice. Then he could not finish Dusko Todorovic, who was like getting finished in every fight. Then he nutshots Cedricus Dumas, and he's getting the shit beat out of him by Jackson McVeigh, and that guy gasses and he winds up submitting him. The
Oh.
worst person to bet on in the fucking history of mankind. I'm taking Michelle Pereira to knock this guy out, even though Michelle Pereira has worse cardio than a 50-year-old that goes and plays pickup. I just feel like he's gonna knock this guy out in the first round. If Zach Reese wins, then I think it's time to get rid of fucking Michelle Pereira. But I'm definitely. How much do you think Michelle Pereira must be making? That just
He
came into my mind. He's got to be making 100.
Yeah, he's a name for sure.
But
He's a guy you see on there and you're like, ooh. Yeah.
I hope he bounces back because this Zach Reese dude fucking pisses me off. But I just noticed something on Tapology. I was just scrolling around. They originally had Michelle Pereira, like before he moved up to middleweight against Sean Brady. He would have got fucking destroyed.
Oh, he would have been gassed out, wouldn't he? He would have got worn out and
Oh
just
yeah, that would have been
mogged.
a fucking beat down.
Yeah. And I think that this next fight, that's a good segue. Cardio. You got Jacoby Smith taking on Josiah Harrell. Uh, why is this doing this to me right now? Let me refresh this. All right, Jacoby. I like how his name's Jacoby Kobe Smith, like COBE. What a weirdo. He's 30 years old. He's 5'10", 72-inch reach. He's on 11-fight win streak. He's never been beaten. 8 wins by knockout, 1 win by submission, 2 wins by decision. He's 2-0 in the UFC, 1-0 in the Contender Series. He beat Nico Price. He beat Preston Parsons, Lottie Da, Christian on the Contender Series. I can't say that guy's name. So he's taking on Josiah Harrell, and who was he supposed to fight? Who was it?
Beforehand in the UFC, or are you asking who Jacoby Smith was supposed to fight before he
That's
stepped in?
Yeah. Who was he supposed to fight?
Seokyeon Ko.
Okay, that's right, ladies and dude.
That
So
dude probably would have lost.
Ko would have lost.
I think Smith probably would have lost.
Oh, okay. Well, he's fighting the muscle hamster Josiah Harrell. Uh, he's 11-0. He's on a 17 fight win streak. He's 5'7". He's 7-inch reach. Uh, I think just out of pure cardio here, I think Josiah is just as good as Jacoby Smith. I watched some of his LFA shit, and yeah, I'm taking Josiah Harrell here. If he can get it, long enough into the fight, I think he could beat him by subbing him or knocking him out if he really wants to. But I mean, it'll probably go decision. Honestly, I'm not going to call a finish here, and I want to take Josiah Harrell to win this one, 2-1.
I'm super happy this guy's get. I can't remember if it was you that mentioned it too or not. Uh, I'll tell you about like him. Supposed he was supposed to be in the UFC before.
Mm-mm.
He was supposed to fight JDM, and like
Oh shit.
whenever they went through their pre-fight screenings because he took the fight on short notice, they found he had a brain tumor.
Oh shit.
So they like um, obviously didn't let him fight, and he had to go through there, and they told him that he probably wouldn't be able to fight again. And then he like worked his way through it, and then he wound up getting a win or two, and now he's got an opportunity to come back and give it a shot. So I'm happy he's getting this opportunity, and that little brain tumor thing didn't take this away from him. If this is a full camp, I'd probably take Harold, but he's taking this on like less than a week, so, and Jacoby Smith, it just strikes me as the kind of guy that noticed that he had the cardio issue, and he probably's been working his ass off at it. He's been off for a minute, so I'm gonna take Jacoby Smith. I'll probably take him by sub, but if Josiah Harrell wins, I would not be shocked whatsoever. I think this dude's tough as hell, and kind of like it's hard not to root for the guy after going through stuff like that.
Okay. So Harold just fought January 16th. So it is short notice, but he just fought. So we'll see what he's like whenever he shows up. But Jacoby Smith looks
He's
like he
also
should be
not.
in great shape.
Oh,
He
have you
just
not
looks
seen the
like he should
pictures of
be.
the they like posted like the pictures of like the fighters like fight week pictures. That is the most jacked fucking 170 pounder I've ever
He's
seen in my
always
life.
just
Is
ripped
Jacoby
up.
Smith right now? He looks crazy ripped right now.
It's nuts.
He's like, it's like it almost looks like his like abs are forming little baby abs. He's that fucking jacked.
So we're on to our heavyweight bout. We had to get one of those in here. We got Sergey the Polar Bear Spivak. He's 17-6, 31 years of age, 6'3", 78-inch reach. Last fight in June 2025, he has 7 wins by knockout, 4 losses. He has 8 wins by submission, no losses by submission. 2 wins by decision, 2 losses by decision. He's 8-6 in the UFC. Uh, Waldo, he lost to Waldo. He lost to Almeida, and he beat Tybura by armbar. Uh, Dalia, walk in trouble, 26-7. He is 35 years of age, 70-inch reach, 6'3". 12 wins by knockout, 4 losses, 7 wins, 2 losses, 7 wins, 1 loss. He's 1-1 in the UFC. He lost to Waldo, and he beat Tybura as well. I'm gonna take Dalia here. I think he can keep from getting taken down. I think he, can is definitely the better guy standing. I think he gets a TKO here, uh, or a knockout. So I'm taking Dalia.
Yeah, I thought for sure this was gonna be an underdog pick, but I am going Daliha too. He's a slight favorite. I
Hmm.
think it's gonna look exactly like him versus Tybora. He's just gonna walk forward, put Sergey Spivak back against the fence, beat the fucking shit out of him, and knock him out in the first. I'd say under round and a half minus 140 is pretty cash. I think he's gonna destroy Sergey Spivak in the feet on the feet. So I'm gonna take Ante Daliha. I kind of feel bad for him in his last fight because they like stopped it, then they saw it was an eye poke, so they like or let it continue again. He had like that big adrenaline dump, and he wound up losing. But it is what it is. It's hard not. It's I can't really feel too bad because he did eye poke him. But if he would have won that Waldo fight, he's like one fight away from a title shot. But no biggie, just destroy Sergey Spivak, and you're right back in there. So
There you
I'm gonna
go.
take Ante.
Definitely a division where that's not too hard to do.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we're on to our featherweight bout with Dan Ige. Dan 50K Ige, 19-10. He just lost his last fight in July 19th, 2025. He's 34 years of age. He's 5'7". He's 71-inch reach. 7 wins by knockout. He's never been knocked out or finished by submission. He has 5 wins by submission, 7 wins by decision, 10 losses by decision. He's 10-9 in the UFC. He's 1-0 the Contender Series. He lost to Patricio, beat Sean Woodson, and he lost to Lerone Murphy. So pretty good little slate of fighters he just fought. But he's fighting Melky. How do you even say his name? Is that how you say it,
Milk
Melky?
was ale.
Melkozale. The Dalt. What the fuck nickname is that? The
Hold
Dalmatian?
on,
The
it might
Dalmatian?
be the Dalmatian.
Costa? Yeah, he's got the skin thing. 25
Yeah,
and 7, two-tone, age 29.
yeah, that's P10's favorite fighter day.
He's five. He's 5'10. Has a 71-inch reach. He has 8 wins by knockout, TKO. He has 8 wins by submission, 2 losses by submission. He has 9 wins by decision, 3 wins by decision, 6-2 in the UFC. Uh, I don't see why he can't beat Dan Ige here. I think there isn't a reason why he can't beat him, and I mean Dan's never been finished, so if he finishes him maybe by submission, that's the only way I can see him finishing him here. But I'm taking Costa.
This is my one crafty underdog of the card. I'm taking Danny Gay.
Ooh,
No, no one had a better year than Melky Costa last year. He went 4-0. I just feel like this is for like the bottom of the rankings a bad matchup for him because he's not finishing Danny Gay. Then he's just gonna get into a pure boxing match, and I know he's lost a lot here recently, but Dan Ige hasn't been looking too damn bad in these losses. I'm gonna pull up his record real quick. So he lost to Pitbull. He didn't look the best in that fight, but neither did Pitbull. Beat Sean Woodson. He lost 2-1 to Lerone Murphy after he dropped Lerone Murphy in the first round. Lost 2-1 to Diego Lopez when he took the fight on like hours' notice. Then the fight before that, 2-1 to Bryce Mitchell, beat Nate Landwehr's ass, knocked out Damon Jackson. So, I mean, his losses recently aren't terrible. He lost to Movzar, but who cares? He knocked out Andre Philly in like 20 seconds. So, I mean, nothing too crazy or bad. I feel like this is like crafty vet territory for Danny Ige to win, in
okay,
my personal opinion. Like I think Melky Costa matches up well with some dudes at the bottom of the rankings. This is just the one dude that I think he drew and he's not going to get it done on. But I think he will be back. 29 years old. I mean, I'm talking like he's already lost, but he's 29 years old. I think definitely can get back in there no problem very fast. I'm just going to take Danny Gay by decision here. I'm going to say 29-28. Probably drops the first round and then winds up pouring it on Costa.
okay. So that's our. I think that's our first one that we're. You took Jacoby Smith, didn't you?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're starting to separate a little bit here. We're on to our welterweight bout with Jeff Neal and Euros. Is it Euros
Medic.
Medic, the doctor. 12-3. He is 2 fight win streak. He's 32 years of age, 71-inch reach, 6'1". He's 6-3 in the UFC, one of the Contender Series. Uh, he beat Muslim Salikov. That ain't the guy that got real messy. Just kept getting knocked down, is it?
Uh, I can't remember.
No, that ain't him. Remember that
Which
one
dude?
dude that was in Abu Dhabi that just kept getting knocked out? Like he got like knocked down like 30.
No, that's fucking Muhammad Yahya.
Okay. And he beat Gilbert Urbina. And he lost to Soriano with a nasty fucking knockout. I watched that one last night. He's fighting one of my favorite fighters, Jeff Hands of Steel Neal, 16-7. He actually has a very significant, I'm pretty sure, on yeah, 4-inch reach advantage. Jeff Neal has. He's 5'11", so he's a little shorter fighter. He's 35 years of age. He's 8-5 in the UFC. He's won a Contender Series. Lost to Carlos Prates, spinning elbow. Rafael dos Anjos, he leg injury, and then he lost by split decision with Ian Machado Gary. I kind of look at it as Euros is a poor man Gary here, and I think Neil can keep it on the feet and kind of use his boxing and whatever and beat Euros here. I got Neil by. I'd like to see Neil finish him, honestly, and I think he could. So I'm gonna take Neil by finish here. No, damn, there's so many. This one's going to decision, but Neil's gonna win this one by decision. I'm tired of calling every fight by some kind of finish.
So I was on TikTok the past couple days scrolling, and obviously have a lot of UFC content on there. People giving their opinions. I saw so many people saying, "Oh, I'm worried about Jeff Neal's chin now. I'm worried about his chin." How about fucking Medic's chin? This dude got dropped by Gilbert Urbina. He got knocked out in 30 seconds by Puna. And you're sitting here worried about Jeff Neal's chin from getting knocked out by Carlos Prates. And that's the only time he's been knocked out. Get the fuck out of here. I'm definitely taking Jeff Neal by knockout. I would be shocked if he doesn't knock this dude out. He's the chinniest fucker, and I had no idea what the reach and stuff were. I'm not gonna lie. Hearing he has a 4-inch reach advantage is even more reason that I think he's gonna knock him out.
Yeah.
He's gonna knock him out in the first round probably. I'm gonna take Jeff Neal first round knockout.
All right.
I think it's crazy so many people are taking Uros Medic.
Yeah, I didn't know that. So is Euros favored?
He's plus 180. Jeff Neal's minus 210.
Huh, that's a good one to add to the parlay. All
Mm-hmm.
right, so we're on to our main event. We got Anthony Fluffy Hernandez taking on Sean Strickland. Fluffy is 15-2, 32 years of age, 6 foot, 75-inch reach. He's on a 8-win fight winning streak. He is this thing just fucking shit the bed on me. 9-2 in the UFC. 0-0 Contender Series and 1 no contest. D.
Yeah.
Ritter got canceled. Roman Dolides. I can't ever say his name. Roman. Rear naked choke. He won. Brendan Allen. Unanimous decision. Pereira. Ground and pound. He's fighting Sean Strickland. Tarzan Strickland. 6'1". He's taller. I didn't realize that. 76-inch reach. He's on one lost his last fight. He has 11 wins by knockout TKO. He has 4 wins by submission, 14 wins by decision, 5 losses by decision. He lost to DDP twice, and he beat Paulo Costa, and he beat Israel Adesanya in his last 4. Man, it's just tough. You just see Anthony Hernandez dominate these top fighters in the world. So I'm just going to keep riding with Anthony Hernandez, even though Sean Strickland's going to be probably his toughest fight. I'd say be up there. It's going to be no slouch. So I'm going to take Anthony Hernandez here. Unanimous decision.
Yes. So I had two things I was going to mention to you before we started. I completely fucking forgot about them. I just remembered them. One, they announced a main event of Gilbert Burns and Mike Malott. What the fuck are we doing? How the fuck is that a main event
That's
worthy
ahead of a
fight?
card?
Yeah, head of the card in Canada.
Huh. Damn.
And two, I don't know if you're gonna remember this or not. You watched like all the Contender Series this past year, right?
Yeah.
There's a fighter. Do you remember the fucking teacher, the Freddie guy?
Say it
He's
again?
like the fat guy, the teacher guy, Freddie, the black heavyweight guy that like
Maybe. I'd
won
have
the
to see
worst
it.
fight. He won the worst fight we ever saw, but like he took it on short notice, so they put him in the last week again. he said I won't be boring, and all he was doing was like trying to grapple against the fence, and he wound up getting knocked out.
I had to see him. What happened? Was he supposed to fight Anthony Hernandez?
No, so the guy he won the first fight against, the worst fight I've ever watched in my life. His name was Felipe Franco. This is the guy he beat. I just saw earlier that Mick Parkin pulled out of a fight in England, and Mario Pinto's fighting that fucking Felipe Franco guy.
Oh,
And I was just like, there is no way the worst fighter I've ever seen in my fucking life is about to fight in the
the
UFC.
oh, damn,
He's
that's
gonna get
wild.
fucking. He's going to get fucking assaulted. But anyways, I didn't mean to interrupt. I was just dying
That's
laughing when I
that's
saw that guy
crazy. I'm
get
gonna have to look back
thrown
at
to
that
death.
guy.
I also just saw breaking news. Hamzat saying he's going to 205, and apparently they're going to do him and Yuri for the vacant belt.
Say it again. Who? Yuri and who?
Hamzat.
What a shitty fight.
I know. Let's just give this fucking inbred bum retard that fights once every year and a half everything he wants.
Who's the goated teacher UFC fighter?
His name's Freddie Vidal.
No, I mean who's the best UFC fighter that was a teacher?
The best
I
UFC
didn't know.
fighter that was a
I forgot
teacher.
about this guy until I was just trying to find it.
Um, I know one of those middle or welterweights was a teacher. I can't remember which one it was.
Rich Franklin.
Who? Rich Franklin. That yeah, I knew he was a teacher. I couldn't remember. I always get him and fucking Forrest Griffin mixed up. I knew one of those old dudes was a
Damn, I
teacher.
forgot all about that dude until you just mentioned that. And I typed in teacher UFC fighter and he popped up. I was like, holy shit. But yeah,
Yeah, those dudes weren't getting money back then like they are now.
yeah, that's
His
nuts.
fights, he's probably getting less than what Ode's getting.
Oh, I guarantee it. And as big a name as he was back then.
But yeah, to get back to it, I'm taking Anthony Hernandez by decision here. Sean Strickland's a really hard guy to finish. I would be shocked if this was a lot closer than what people I'm assuming are thinking it's going to be. Looking at it, the odds are closer than what I assumed they were going to be. People are giving a little bit of respect Strickland's way because I definitely see him winning a round or two here. It's just going to be interesting because Strickland's like known on the scene of having like some really good grappling offense and defense. And he just never really had to show it too much. I'm curious to see how good it is against Hernandez because if it does stand up, Hernandez's striking look has definitely looked improved. But I'm curious how that jab would do against him. Not gonna lie, but I'm
Yeah,
gonna
it could
take
be
Anthony
interesting.
Hernandez to be able to out pressure him. I'll say 49-46.
Okay. Yeah, it's actually a fun card. Looking at it, it's a pretty fun card. The next card I'm really excited about.
That Mexico City.
Yeah, I'm actually really excited about that card all the way through.
Give me 1 second. Okay, I got it. I mean, other than the fucking terrible main event,
Yeah, but you still got Brandon Moreno, so I mean, it is what it is.
bruh,
But yeah, it's just
holy
fun.
finishes, holy finishes on the main card. There's guaranteed 4 finishes on the main card. That's a finish. That might be a finish. That's a fucking finish. That's gonna be a finish. That might be a finish too, honestly. I'm not joking. There's probably a finish in every single